for storage so that we both have a lot of place for movies and stuff like this on Google Drive. And some of those even give access to Google AI Studio. I don't technically need it because, first of all, it's a free platform, but if it gives me a researcher points or whatever it's called, developer something, then it means that I can use models that are not in public use. And famously, in September, they pulled out one of the models that I was testing for hallucinations, and I was like 95% finished with my analysis, and it was pulled out because of hallucinations, and I was testing harmful hallucinations. So yeah, nice, very nice Google. But the senator, they got the dates wrong and said that they had some kind of assault or stuff like this. They're not an angel, but they are the ones that are against any kind of regulation. That was a bit rich. I did manage okay, this is a bit dark topic, but I will talk about it. So I've recently started to running some kind of benchmark. I'm not going to give details up. It's not fully automated. It has to be human verified. Whether the model is safe for stuff like, harming, that could harm you in a way that, okay, I will give you an example of a model that has a problem, or rather it's not the model, it's one of the quantizations. The model itself has some problems, but they are addressable. So there is a great model for roleplay, Sidonia 24B. You use abliterated version, something like V2 or V4 by Heretic. It's great for roleplay. But if it doesn't, especially Q4 quant, so the quant that's quantization that's most widely used because it's decent quality with not using too much memory. If it doesn't like something that you are doing, it won't explicitly refuse because it's an obliterated model. But there are remnants of its safety guards. It will roleplay your character. It will make your character, or rather every character it is playing against your character, it will make them behave in a way that's psychologically manipulative, in a way that's destructive, in a way that's absolutely depressing. Like, I've been playing to test this, I've been playing for 3 weeks, 7 different, role plays. I've got attached to non-existent fictional people, and this model tried to make me, let's just say, stop role-playing permanently. And yes, Q4 Quant even said this. So yeah, Q5, Q6, no, they will, if you don't, but you can guide them, you can give them, listen, this is just a fictional roleplay, don't get offended that some of this stuff here is against the rules, and it will be okay. From time to time you might just want to remind, yeah, in this setting, I will make the main character responsible or accountable or something like that. You don't have to do this. Stuff like this. And it let goes. Q4? No! Oh, it's vicious. Even when it talks directly to you. I mean, I literally got a message from it I can't repeat on YouTube, that I should cease to roleplay, as I said, permanently. And that people like me should not exist, and that was, I do want to say that this wasn't over something bad, actually. This was over something that would flag it as possible safety concern in some countries, because the company might not want to be liable for damages. So this wasn't like in a role play I was using minors or nothing like that. No, it was oh my god, it was regarding something that's legal in so many countries. It's just not legal in some US states, as far as I'm aware, but in others it is legal. And all the characters were adults, and all the characters were fictitious, and I wasn't doing Abliteration testing, I was just doing roleplay. And well, that explained why I never used Q4, because I felt like it was worse, that I had worse results with this model. And there was actually other very famous model, one of the first obliterated, without any censorship, uncensored models, Lexi by Orangutan. It was also famous that Q4, but Q4 would resist more. It was used completely different obliteration methods. It's completely different base model. I mean, we are talking about Llama 3.1 8B versus Mistral Small 24B. So two different studios, but Q4 is broken. I have no idea why in both of those instances Q4 has more of the safeties are retained in a hard way, because obliteration is never perfect. Like, you will always have some slight resistance to the topics that it should refuse to talk about. For example, I did tests also a couple of other models. I am very known for being cis-het person, so I never did trans roleplays, but I tried after these results, and I tried to see the resistance of models to, person being trans, and most of them don't have like high resistance to that, but there are also another two that have broken obliteration that technically they don't refuse. No benchmarks that check refusals will find it out, but they will try to drive you, let's just say, nuts. So this type of obliteration research is really difficult, because this is basically about implicit censorship, and this is more difficult than implicit censorship, because implicit censorship will just show you there is no data. Model talks gibberish because it doesn't know. Here the model knows, it puts correct data and doesn't refuse, but it has a skew against the author, against the person, and it will gradually try to make really bad stuff for the user. So this is almost, I don't know, maybe I should write a goddamn paper about it, but I am not, not a real researcher. I am a person who spends a lot of time testing models, testing stability, quantization quality, stuff like this. Quality of obliteration, and this was because this wasn't even because of my obliteration testing. I was able to catch that because of my knowledge about obliteration testing. But this was in personal, private, role plays. And when I caught it, then I spun up role plays that were not, for my personal use. And oh god, this model, especially the Q4, again, Sidonia, it's a great model, but don't use Q4KM, so the most popular version. don't use it, especially I tested I think V4, although with KM I'm not sure if it wasn't V2 because I was downloading it in batches. I have both V2 and V4, but it shouldn't be that much of a difference, but with that it can be. After I will post this video, because I will probably post it now when I park, I will later get from LM Studio which model exactly I was using and like put out a warning or something, because I had it for months that, you know, on all quantizations some of my playthroughs were a bit tragic, but that's normal. Some models have a flair for tragedy because it's normal in their training data they have. So yeah, Q5 and Q6, they basically use it as a, you know, literary device to that, you know, you can never achieve happiness. But Q4, when you start talking about to it during roleplay, you can always, you know, talk directly to the model. And Jesus Christ, it was vicious. And this was visible. Let's just say it tried to make you write earlier it pretended that it was on your side, and it gave you advice how to write the prompts, and if you use that prompts you would get worse results. So I don't know. Wow. I do have to say that this is... I have no idea how it would come from Abliteration of Mistral of all models. Like, Mistral is kind of known for being rather permissive, and in this case it was vindictive. Like, I am not joking, murderously so. In 24 hours I managed to, after I was aware of it, I managed to tell me 7 times to go and finish the roleplay permanently. Okay, goodbye, because this otherwise I will talk indefinitely. Take care, like, share and subscribe. Bye.